Hello everyone, and welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast is part of a flash in Colladax. This audio podcast is part of a Ztorm article. This audio podcast as part of a Ztorm and Ostix protracted. This audio podcast as part of the bookish. This audio podcast as part of a Ztorm Logistics production. In this audio podcast, a look at the research gap and research approach and around the research question, the sort of strength and limitations of a research poster presentation, by Mohammed and team from 2022, a research poster presentation and that had been a sort of a second research poster presentation that was put forward for the International Pediatric Transplantation Association 2022. The publication of the research poster presentation had been in around transplant immunobiology, a chronic kidney disease review, or CKD review, and as part of the research gap or research approach. This research poster presentation looks to highlight transplant immunobiology and transplant immunobiology relating to CKD or chronic kidney disease, and as part of the sort of research question, advances in the past few years have highlighted the central role of chemotactic cytokines called chemokines, which are involved in leukocyte and lymphocyte trafficking, and cellular adhesion. Cellular adhesion molecules have also been important in allograft rejection, as these molecules allow protein receptor binding. The research poster looks at an overview of transplant immunobiology, and the research poster is within the remit of a scientist's perspective on laboratory medicine and integrated transplant immunobiology services for CKD recipients. And as part of the strength of the publication, as part of the strength of the research poster, the research poster aims to highlight how specific immunobiological and neuroendocrine markers can reduce chemokine migration and acute allograft rejection. The research poster presentation reviews literature over 3 decades and in surrounding solid organ transplantation. Additionally, literature looks at stress adaptation and mechanistics or mechanisms, particular aspects of psychoneuroimmunology or PNI across solid organ transplant specialties. As part of the limitations, apart from chemotaxis assays, the publication on the research poster and literature does not highlight what laboratory investigations what additional laboratory investigations could be incorporated through immunology services. That draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast as part of a flash and Colladax. This audio podcast is part of our Ztorm article. This audio podcast is part of a Ztorm and Ostix protracted. This audio podcast as part of the bookish. This audio podcast is part of a Ztorm Logistics production.